Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in into my channel, Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we will go on with bowls. We had an introduction on these bowls. We had a lesson on like basic exercises. Now we go to the more musical patterns. So we have certain bowl patterns which we later on can directly use in our music, in our improvisation or wherever. And some are more like systematic approaches, and some are just really like beautiful musical patterns, and which I also like to really use in my playing a lot. Okay, and I think in this lesson also, maybe also in the next lesson on bowls, where we use also like tremolo strokes for to insert in these patterns, it will become the whole conception of bowls, of these DiRi strokes will become more clear and more I think you will learn, or you will experience more the use of that. What the whole thing is about. Okay, so we have this first page here on the PDF. By the way, you should download the PDF. It's down in the description below, the link, and also it helps to support my channel. All right, so the first bowl is most simple maybe. It's just playing Da or Ra on syncing one beat. So for example, one quarter note. It's just like Da, 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 or Ra, 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 Ra. And the title of this page is 2-beat bowls and 1-beat bowl. The thing is just about like bowls which are divisible by 2. So you can think like a 1-beat bowl, in this case, like one quarter note, also as a 2-beat bowl, but then you think like 2/8 notes. Yeah, and vice versa, you can think a 2/8 2/8 time signature as like 2 beats, but you also can think it as like it's just 1 beat, but it's like there's a division. You can make a division in 2 of that 1 beat. So it's it's just a way, in a way, it's just the way you count it. So do you count it like when you go to the next one, it's just Da, Ra, you count it like 1, 2, 1, 2, or like 1 and Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra. And there you also have 2 possibilities, or 3 possibilities. You can play everything like down, like Da, 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 Da. You can play everything up, Ra, 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 Ra. Or you can play Da, Ra, Da, Ra, Da, Ra. Next would be like 16ths. And then you count DiRi. So DiRi. Yeah? So either your foot is going like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or just 1 and 1, 1. And you can practice DiRi as we just did, or you do like Da, 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 or Ra, 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 Ra. And then additional exercise we talked in the last lesson on bowls is to give every note an accent. So the first note would be like Da, 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 Da. Second would be Da, 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 Da. Third would be Da, 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 Da. Or fourth would be Da, 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 Da. You can do the same thing with Ra strokes. Ra, 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 or DiRi, 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 DiRi. Okay, so that's in a way what we did now, like da or dara or DiRi, DiRi is like the basis for the other patterns on that page. Fourth would be da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi. And that's, as I said, you can sing as it's just like one quarter note, the whole thing, or you can sing, these are like 2 beats. It's like 1, 2, and 1, 2, and, yeah, so, or like 1, 2, 3, 4, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da. Of course, quicker is always possible. Like da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da. And you can improvise with that. That's a good idea then to make the whole thing more fun and more musical. Of course, first practice just maybe on one note or just on a scale, moving up or down, to really get the pattern down, and then you can like da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da. Stuff, of course, like melodic things, which but with sticking to the pattern. Okay, then you have all these other patterns on that page. I don't want to go through every thing. I think it's really clear what's there. It's always like you have the notation and you have the right striking syllables, da or ra or DiRi. Okay, so we go to the second page. It's like 2/4 and 4/4 bolts. So in a 2/4 bar, 2/4 time signature and 4/4. And this first line is like, I think it's a very important and very, I mean, it's a very common practice thing. I mean, I learned this from Ranajit Sengupta, my teacher in Calcutta in India, and he also learned it from his teacher, Ashish Khan, or maybe even before from other teachers, I don't know. But there's a book of Ali Akbar Khan, and there is a book from Ravi Shankar also, where they all have these exercises, these patterns written down. And of course, they all had the same teacher, Alauddin Khan, but they all wrote it down, or they all taught it to their students. So there's some really, I mean, this is like a really important exercise so for them. So we should practice that. And this you can combine these four different patterns, but first you can isolate them. So you have, the first is like da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra. So what you do is actually you change the speed of the right hand. So that's already like maybe a new thing for you. Exercise like da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da. It's not da, DiRi, da, 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 DiRi, da. So staying in the same movement all the time. But it's like da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra, da. You can change notes, of course, like da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, ra, da, DiRi, da, DiRi, da, ra, 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 da, DiRi, da, ra. Yeah. Second pattern would be Diri diri dara. Diri diri dara, 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 diri diri dara. The nice thing with these balls is, of course, you can speak these patterns all like diri diri dara, diri diri dara, diri diri dara. Yeah, and these words, these syllables are really the movements you're doing with your right hand. So if you make this connection very strong, then you can just recite all these ball patterns, and then it's much more easy to transfer that to your instrument later. The third pattern is Dara Diri Diri Da. Dara Diri Diri Da. So it's like, or Dara Diri Diri. Dara Diri Diri Dara Diri Diri Dara Diri Diri. Slower. No. Da ra diri diri 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 da. Fourth pattern is a bit strange because you have a certain kind of alternate movement which is not constant, the constant speed. So the pattern is going like da, ra, da, ra, da. Da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da. And the basis is take dimmy, 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 da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da. So it's da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da. Da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da, da, ra, da, ra, da. Da, ra, da, ra, da, 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 da. So you have a certain kind of a rhythm when you just pick the da strokes. It's like da, 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 da. It's a very common, typical rhythm in a lot of cultures actually. So you have da, 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 Okay, what you can do now when you practice these movements patterns isolated, these 2/4 movements, then you can put them together in one bigger pattern. And when you recite it, da diri da ra, diri diri da ra, diri diri da ra, da diri da ra, diri diri da ra, diri diri da ra, da diri da ra, diri diri da ra, diri diri da ra, da diri da ra, diri diri da ra, diri diri da ra, diri da ra, diri diri. And really think music. You know, it's this pattern is really musical. It's just this rhythm. Da 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 da. And you can also feel when you play it more quick, you can feel it in one, like da 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 da. So, but if it's difficult for you, of course, in that tempo, I don't expect that you can immediately do that. Practice really slow and really conscious and gradual. Build up speed, but also what you can do is try to sync the DiRi movements as just like, instead of like syncing really like DiRi 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 DiRi, more like da 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 da, and this upstroke comes just by itself without syncing it, like da 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 da. I'm syncing more like da 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 da, and have a double speed happening because the upstroke comes by itself. The upstroke comes because I have to. My next stroke is a downstroke, so it should come back. I think that's clear. All right, I will go to the next page. The first two lines of the next page is actually like a melodic pattern, so like a scale sequence kind of a pattern. So we add notes. In this case, we add just notes to the pattern we just had. So what we are doing is, instead of just playing like da di di da ra di 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 da ra da ra di 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 da ra da ra da, we add notes, and the basic patterns in a way is like just going like that, scale wise motion. So da. Da, DiRi, da, ra, DiRi, DiRi, da, ra, DiRi, DiRi, da, ra, da. Yeah, and we do that one time through, as I just played it, and then we go to the next note in the scale. So. Play it in all different kinds of ways, also horizontal. And then it's inverted also. It's a really beautiful pattern. Okay, and there's another variation of this pattern I got from Ravi Shankar's book, and it's going like that. Instead of da DiRi da ra DiRi DiRi da ra, it's going like da DiRi 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 da DiRi da ra. So it's like. The other way around. Yeah, like that. Okay, we go to the back to the second page. There are some more patterns. The second line, there are two patterns. One is going da ra 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 da da ra da ra da. Yeah, it's also nice rhythm actually. And then we have like a grouping of 2, 3, 2, dara, dara, da, dara, 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 da, dara, 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 da, dara, dara, da. But we make an accent on the third of the 3, so it's like dara, and then dara, da, and then another 3, 2, 3, 3. So it's like dara, 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 da, dara, da. So dara, 2, dara, da, 3, dara, da. That's a kind of a backbeat rhythm here happening, like 1, 2, 1, 2. So we've tuck it, dimmy, tuck it, but we do like dara, dara, da, dara, da, dara, dara, da, da, da. Yeah, it's actually it's a bit confusing maybe to really think like 2, 3, 3 because it's like really different, like from the rhythm, from this accent. But actually the pattern is going like that. It's like dara, dara, da, dara, da. And you can only, when you just work with these groups of 2 and 3, you can, yeah, it's the only possibility to sing in these groups, of course. So, yeah, so dara, dara, da, dara, da, dara, dara, da, dara, da, dara, dara, da, dara. And so on. All right, then the third line is clear, I think, the different subdivisions. Subdivision? No, not subdivision. Different groupings, like it's about chant, that you can divide 8 into the different different groupings. But we talked about that already, so I will not go into that. The next one, oh yeah. The next one is what you can do. You can group, you are in a 4/4 bar, in a quarter note, 4 quarter note bar, measure, time signature. And you play like dara, 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 dara. So you have like 8 eighth notes, and these 8 eighth notes you can divide or group into 3, 3, 2. So, and when you do that, you do these stroking patterns. It's like dara, da, dara, da, dara, dara. So it's like dara, da, dara, da, dara, da, dara, dara, da, dara, dara, da, 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 dara, da, dara. Now, and instead of I mean, and then you can add, like, for these first dara strokes of the of each pattern, you can play like DiRi strokes. So instead of like dara da dara da dara, you can play DiRi DiRi da DiRi DiRi da DiRi 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 da DiRi DiRi da. That's like dara da dara da dara dara da dara da dara dara da dara da dara dara da dara da dara. da 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 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 DiRi DiRi da DiRi DiRi da DiRi da DiRi DiRi da DiRi DiRi da DiRi DiRi da DiRi da DiRi. Yeah, I think it's also clear when you see the notation. If you are like a bit confused now. The last pattern on that second page is going like you have 16 16ths in a 4/4 bar, and what you're doing you divide that into threes. So like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. These are 12, and then you have 4 extra like DiRi DiRi. So it's like you play like take dimmy take dimmy take dimmy take dimmy 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Yeah. So dara da dara da dara da dara da dara da dara 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 da dara da dara da dara da dara 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 da dara da dara da dara da dara dara dara. These dara and dara da, the huge difference between, I mean, when you make rhythms with those, or like just the difference between this, of course, the accents, because you should actually, in a way, you should think at least, or you should really do that to accent the first da of these groups, yeah, of dara or dara da. So like dara da, dara da, dara da, dara da, dara, dara. So it's not dara da, dara da, dara da, dara da, dara, dara. Yeah, it's really like dara da, dara da, dara da, dara, dara, dara. Yeah, then it becomes musical, and then it makes all sense that you use these different patterns, these 2s and 3s. Just improvise with that and always have this rhythm going. And it's also really nice to build up tension without doing much melodically, you know. You can, it's also when you play in a band or solo or whatever, you can just play on one note, you know. You can just play. It's also this term tarparan. We will talk about that later. But you just do rhythms. You just sing rhythmically. So just like. It's a nice device for improvisation, for playing. Okay, then on the third page you have some more patterns. The first we already talked about. The second, let me remember what that is. Yeah, that's a nice one, actually. You can check that out. I just go through that and try to remember them in a way. The third is a bit tricky at the end. It's like dara da dara da dir dir. Yeah, that's something really like these kind of things. There's some. These are different categories actually. You can say on these pages and also here on Guitar Academia, 3 categories you can sing. One category is really systematic, like kind of going through all the possibilities in a systematic approach. The next is to have really musical examples, what you can really apply to musical practice. And the third is also, of course, musical. It should be very musical, but it has some tricky things happening, which are also very, very good for practice. So there's actually these are the ones I have sometimes a bit. I mean, I have a bit trouble with certain movements. So I write them down on purpose to really practice them, because of course I also think these are quite musical, but they are not so handy, you can say. So it's like dara da dara da diri diri, dara da dara da diri diri. This movement, yeah, it's a bit tricky to diri da, to really, that it's really, this note in between is really there and it's really like conscious in a way. Then there's another kind of this same thing. It's diri 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 diri. Yeah, and I would play these. These are quick, like tremolo kind of movements, which I would play on one string, so not to have a string change in that. Yeah, so it's really, but it's still quite a challenge to coordinate these 2 hands with that. So. All right. Then it goes on with number 6. That's a nice one. And the downward version is. I'm actually changing strings because it's the range is a bit higher, maybe. Well, I don't know. I mean, of course, you should challenge yourself to be able or to practice playing fast, also tremolo movements in a fast speed and while changing strings. I mean, do that with pick slanting. I'm just working on that. I will put out a lesson when I'm more clear and more confident with that. So it will take a bit of a time to get that down, and I'm not really sure whether with my technique here that's possible. Anyway, so I think it's not possible to play as quick as you are able, like maximum, to play on one string with diri diri quick tremolo strokes, and to play the same speed while changing strings. But of course, you can always practice to go faster, changing strings while playing quick DiRi strokes. 7 would be I'm doing this too quick actually here now for that's a nice one. Actually, they're all nice. So you learn this quick horizontal movement also to change like very quick positions. Yeah. Yeah, like actually this is some this is a movement which actually has to have some speed to really sound very nice. So that's why I'm trying my best here. Remember, these are scale sequences, so it's this what it's written there. It's just a pattern. It's just a pattern for one scale degree, you can say. But what you're doing, you sequence that through the scale, so you can play it on all notes, on any note, and using any scale, of course. Kind of. All right, whatever. I mean, you there are some more. Just but I think it's clear now. You can just you know what you do. You see them, and you know these always these lines, these kind of lines. They show always the grouping of like 2 or 3, like grouped into 2 or 3. Okay, so go for it. Practice that. Play around with that. Improvise with these patterns. You will see it's really nice, really fun to do, and you will really experience the beauty of these patterns, of these syllables, of these ideas of da, ra, and diri, to think more rhythmical and to really get creative with combining these different strokes. Yeah. So. And if you have any questions, if something is not clear, or maybe I was too quick, or explaining, leave your comments down in the description box, in the comment box below. Alright, so that's it. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this stuff here. There will be a lesson released every week. So then you get also notifications when there's a new lesson, and also there's a possibility to donate if you just follow the other link down in the description below to my website, hoophildenbrand.com, and there the academia page. There's a button where you can also donate to support my work here on this channel. That would be really cool. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. My name is Hoop Hildenbrand.